Hey guys and girls, how you all doing today? Your boy Too Lazy for Life is back with ReZero Season 1. We're on episode 12 now. I can't believe that last episode broke me, man. We're only 11 episodes into this series and I'm already getting all choked up and emotional inside. I think that's a new record. When was the last time I was only 11 episodes into a show and I was already getting so choked up and the PTSD starting to kick in? I don't think even Fate Zero even did that to me. Right, when I first started my YouTube channel, I don't think even Fate Zero by episode 11 started to get me fucking dying by not even the halfway point. Yeah. Oh man, that last episode, just that last scene, that last frame there of that Sakuga shot of Rem crying with happiness. And then just looking back at Subaru, but also aka looking back at us because we were looking through the POV field of view perspective of Subaru, just seeing Rem there just smiling, okay, in that like morning sunlight. All right, that shot was worth all the 7 episodes Subaru had previously had to go through, stuck in this loop, dying over and over again horribly. It all was worth it for that payoff shot right there. And that payoff shot made me cry like a little bitch. Alright, I was already trying real hard not to fucking cry throughout most of that episode, but then that last shot just fucking broke me, man. Oh, this show is great. This show is just so freaking good right now. I'm absolutely loving it. Before we start next episode, I have a couple of points that I want to touch upon again, because I don't think I actually went into it in enough detail in the previous video at the end, right, during the discussion part. I think I brought it up, but then I went off on tangents, and I don't think I ever touched upon them again. So let's just get them out of the way now, okay, just to make sure that we have covered them, all right, in detail. Okay, so the first one was what I wanted to talk about with, just Rem's, like, her thoughts of worthlessness, her, self-deprecation, and her belittling herself constantly. Thinking that she doesn't amount to anything, right? Like, we talked about that quite a bit in the previous video, but the main thing that I missed out on, I think, when I was talking about that, was the fact that not only did she feel like that she just couldn't live up to the expectations, to the status, to just the level of like quality and performance that her older sister was at, right? How Ram was just like apparently better than her at everything, and everyone loved Ram, and not anyone gave a shit about Rem because Ram overshadowed her 24/7. She felt like she was living in her older sister's shadow. Right, so not only did she feel, that sense of worthlessness, but I think she also must have felt like this overwhelming, overbearing sense of guilt. Because the thing that I didn't talk about very much last video was the fact that she smiled, right, when Rem saw Ram's horn get chopped off by that sudden random cultist guy that just managed to get back up. He wasn't fully down yet, and he tried to go for a sneak attack to take out Ram, but then Ram just managed to move out of the way enough that she didn't, get her head chopped off, but her horn got chopped off instead. And as that horn went flying through the air in that blood moon night, Rem looked at it, and then she had a creepy smile on her face. They zoomed in on her face, and it just did the creepy, what is it? The pedo smile. All right, the creepy pasta smile, the one that you definitely need to call FBI on if you see a dude in an anime make that smile. Okay, it's the cultured incel smile, right? So Rem felt relieved. All right, she's like, oh, thank God, it finally broke off. Yeah, so that smile that she did that night, and that feeling of relief that her sister, got harmed like that, and then she no longer has her special powers to be all, grand and overshadow Rem forever again, and then Rem can finally, try to be the big one, try to get the spotlight. I think that feeling has been eating away at Rem, okay, for her entire life up until this point, because it's not nice, right? That nasty feeling, all right, towards your own loved one, towards your own sister, no less, all right, because you were just, I guess she had some kind of bitter inner spite, all right, just bitter envy on just how her sister is just better than her. And then not only did she have to live with that feeling of having felt such negativity towards Ram in that moment, but then after that, she had to pick up all of Ram's slack because Ram lost her horn, and she couldn't do as well as she used to do. And even though Rem tried to fill in for her sister's shoes, she still couldn't amount to just the standard that Ram used to be at. So then she got a double whammy of negative. She's disappointed that she can't amount to Ram. She feels worthless at the time when Ram still had her horn because she couldn't amount to Ram. And then she feels guilt because she put Ram in that position, right? Her being out there in that open, in the middle of that chaos was what got Ram to have to focus on her and protect her. And then in that moment of like, she let her guard down. That's how that cultist struck her, and then she lost her horn. So Ram, her current situation was kind of Rem's fault in a sense, and that's why Rem felt kind of responsible for it and kind of guilty for it. All right, and then that leads me on to the next point, which I didn't really touch upon, right, either, which was when Rem said that she once again has been put in this situation. History is repeating itself, how she's the one responsible for endangering somebody else's life, right? I didn't get that at first. Like, why did she say that with regards to Subaru? Until she revealed, all right, in that flashback bit, that she could have pulled Subaru with her when Subaru knocked her out of the way of that horde of demon dogs about to jump on her and ambush her. Right? She could have pulled Subaru and saved him from getting bitten all over, but in that moment she chose not to because she smelt the witch's scent on him, and I guess at that time she was still partially in her chaotic demon form, so she wasn't fully consciously aware of what was going on. And I guess just her instant reflex responses at that time was, oh, I smelled a witch on Subaru. Therefore she just hesitated and chose not to grab Subaru's hand as she was falling backwards, and then left Subaru to, well, get munched on. Okay, and that decision there, again, was her resulting in another person, I guess, that she cared about getting hurt. So, yeah, Rem definitely doesn't have a lot going for her at that time. So she felt like she had to, as she said in the previous episode, she wanted to find some way to atone for her sins, right, to stop getting other people endangered because of her, and how she's always constantly feeling so useless and never, you know, being of any value to anybody, of any helpfulness to anybody. But in the end, Subaru snapped her out of it, and yeah, I think Rem's now got the hots for Subaru. Okay, waifu attained. Okay, mission complete. That's all that matters. And now Subaru's gone full circle back to where he was at the start when he first joined Rosval's mansion in like episode 4, and he ended off the first night asking Emilia out on a date. So that's now finally, after 7 episodes of circle jerking, we've gotten back to that point, all right, where Subaru left off of, all right, in episode 4, before he died in his sleep suddenly. Okay, so let's see how things are gonna turn out now. All right, so in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh right, the purple-haired girl. Where did she go? did Subaru? Yeah. I think Subaru was holding her, right? But then I can't remember what happened to her after that. Did he actually bring her back to the village? She just suddenly is just gone. Who the heck is this? You stay out of it, Subaru. Came all the way here in that carriage. Who's in the carriage?
触りだけでも結構ですので。
あなたが屋敷でどんな立場にあるかわからない私には、迂闊なことを口にすることはできませんな。相手はルグニカの次期女王になるかもしれないお方ですよ。
現状はただの超
Yeah, so you better start early now while you have a chance, huh? No, you don't want to start when she's already the queen. You'll have no chance then.
そう思いながら結婚を申し込んだりしなかったんですか？
外で待たせちゃってごめんね。退屈だったでしょう。おみゃおみゃみゃおみゃ。ああ、なるほど。そっかそっか。君がエミリア様の言ってた男の子なのね。
Or fucking cat
オートで
girls.
会おうね。
That's another content. What? That was who was in the carriage? Huh? Another contender for the queen of this nation is a fucking cat girl. That's great.
オートには
Oh.
会った方々もいらっしゃるみたいですし、この機会にお礼に。
I completely forgot this was a fucking isekai, man. We've been stuck in... Oh, yeah, head pat ram. Oh my god, she was liking that.
安心させてやらねえと。
あの子が王都でもとびっきり優秀な水の魔法、治癒魔法の使い手だよ。
ビル・シーがあの子とお話ししてたのが意外だったかな。人と話すよりぶった切っちゃう方が好きなのに。きっと平坦な道
Wilhelm.
あの子。
That boy, that guy's called Wilhelm. Dang.
村でデートした時はあんなに繋ぎたがってたのに。
あん時は心と体の準備が万端だったけど、今はできてないの。手汗すごいの。
これ、約束のリンガだ。
次はフェルトとロムジーだな。
最初はお咎めなしってことで話はまとまったんだけど。
これはエミリア様。お久しぶりです。エミリア様もその美しさは一層増すばかりで。
ありがとう。
NTR right in front of his face. Get cocked, Subaru.
条件とはそちらの彼と関係が？
きっとスバルが嫌な思いをすると思うから。
嫌な思いならすでに十分したんですけど。気安くエミリアさんの可愛い手をバブル舐め回しやがって。
てめえ。
ふざけてんじゃねえぞ。
その綺麗な顔を。
It's you three again.
やいやい騒ぐでないボング。
クリフハンガー。
ボング風情がよだれを垂らしてわらわにつきまとうな。
こいつ前に商い通りの路地で。
あの時のガキか。それじゃあここは俺の顔に免じて見逃して。
バカかお前。
Man, this fucking little midget just loves to run his mouth every single alternate timeline.
2ではなく3対1対1じゃ。
助かったぜロムジー。
ところで小僧、フェルトがどこに行ったか知らんか。
Yeah, she got
ハル
kidnapped.
トのやつが連れてったって話だけど、どうかしたんか？
ああ、こっちの話じゃ。お前さんはもう騒ぎを起こさんようにな。
俺のいない間にエミリアタンナンパしてんじゃねえ。
ジョーちゃんの連れ、かなりネジ飛んでんな。俺が渋くて気のいいおっさんだから許してやっけど、相手次第じゃ首ちょんぱだ。
安心してスバル。この人の格好に驚いたのは私も同じだから。待つがいい。その袋の中身は何じゃ？
リンガだよ。見たことねえのか？
笑わせるでない。リンガは白い実の果実じゃ。
そりゃ中身は白いけどな。
What a spoiled brat. Huh? People just been feeding you what de-skinned apples your entire life. Holy shit. How privileged.
スバル。
あれ、エミリアタンそんなマジ顔で何を？
知らないならいいの。
If I had to guess, she's another contender for the throne, right?
そう、確かにこれはリンガじゃ。
No shit, Sherlock.
あ、そう、俺ス
Huh?
当たり
Why don't you cut that apple up with your diamond spoon
けど、ラインハルトには
I meant diamond
だ
knife
ったんだろ？
and fork?
だったら明日王城に行けば会えるかもだし。
フェルトのことは私が必ず聞いておくから約束して、スバル。
分かった、約束するよ。魔法は使わねえ。
願いだからスバル。どうしたんですか？
エミリアを助ける。そのためにも。
何ですかスバルくん。今からレムは急な思いつきでリンガを使った新しい料理の開発に入ります。
レムに甘えっぱなしの俺は。
Wait, you made a promise, bro. You even said I promise.
王女？何しに？
今日という日に王城に向かう理由はただ一つじゃ。
Of all the carts that he managed to bump into. Yeah, that's what I said.
リンガ係ですか。
そうじゃ。わらわに赤く甘酸っぱいリンガを献上することを至上の使命とした哀れな道家の類よ。
What a pompous brat. Holy shit, she's so stuck up, man. You broke your promise. I'm so fucking mad right now.
離れろ。エミリアさんに誤解される。
これはプリシア様。この度は当家の使用人がとんだ迷惑を。
覚えてないの？
これより県人会の方々が入場されます。エミリア様、議会が始まります。中央へ。
Hey! Whoa, shit, bro. That one. What the fuck? Hey, it's fucking Luna from HoloLive. Oh, hey, it's you again. Bruh. Bruh, the pink one at the end. Fucking Luna, bro. Oh! Ah! Ah! It's a Stofo 2.0! Ah! Even his voice, I was gonna mention that earlier. I was like, huh. You sound a whole lot like a Stofo. Ah! It's a Stofo! Fuck! Oh no! Oh wait, no, that's not a candidate. I still can't get over. Oh, she just. That's so weird, bro. She's just unkept. Oh, the credits are rolling.
さんが引いてもうちの意見は変わらんよ。
王戦がどうとか知らないから先が聞きたかったりすっかな。
では。
Wow. Except for Amelia, the other three, man. Well, how the fuck did you turn Felt into a candidate? You just picked her up off of the street. How does that qualify you? She wasn't supposed to hold the fucking badge. How does that make any sense? Why though? What is with that fucking face? She looked completely out of it when she was walking there. It's like, what am I doing here? Have I been hypnotized, brainwashed? I would like to know. Huh? You just picked Felt up off of the street. She was holding the badge because she fucking stole it from Emilia. What, did Reinhardt not stop for a second to listen to the Emilia and Felt explain that to them? Just because she was holding... So what, if somebody else stole it from her and then they were holding it, they would qualify as well? Is there something I was missing, huh? About that little badge, that little insignia that was supposed to be so important about just suddenly selecting Felt as a candidate for the throne? There has to be some major reason for it, right? Other than the fact that she was just holding it at the time. So yeah, that's interesting. I mean, the other three, other than Amelia, all look like pompous aristocratic brats. So clearly, They definitely fit the role. And then Emilia, I mean, Emilia also, I guess, looks like she comes from some kind of royalty, but she's a little bit more reserved. That's nice. But then you then pick up Felt, which is like just a girl from the slums, which is, you know, it's a pretty, it's not exactly a far-fetched story. That has been told before, right? The underdog. Right? The one that comes from poverty decides to square up against all the aristocrats and maybe somehow wins. Wow, this episode, we got to learn. Well, we're on the next arc now, right? Subaru is done with the Rem and Ram stuck in the mansion for 7 episodes arc. So now we're going on to a brand new chapter, a brand new mini story, mini arc, brand new adventure. And what better way to start a brand new adventure than to be introduced to an absolute plethora of brand new characters. Okay, we have the old geezer, Wilhelm, right? We have the cat girl. What a mistake that was I made. Oh my god, another trap. Great. That's fucking great. Just another trap. Well, at least they announced it in the same episode that I met him. Okay, rather than bait me like how A1 Pictures baited me with Astolfo for like 3/4 of the season of the series of Apocrypha. I'm still to this day filled with salt and disgust over that betrayal, man, with Astolfo. I'm not happy. Astolfo's betrayal still haunts me to this day. I still have a massive backlog of Astolfo memes that I still have to put out on YouTube just to further rub in and consolidate my point of salt. And then you go bring up this cat girl, all right? That has some Astolfo vibes definitely ringing from her. And it turned out that she's indeed a guy, a trap, a knight no less. Okay, just like Astolfo. That's fucking great. This is basically Astolfo in another world. Oh, that's fucking great. Okay, and then you had a Priscilla. She's pretty hot. Toxic bitch though, but then damn, she got them fucking titties. And then the most funniest one was the pink-haired girl. Anyone out there that watches Hololive will know who I'm talking about. But if you don't, and you want to know what I was referring to, just Google on YouTube search somebody called Luna, right? Just put Luna Hololive, and then you go look at her, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. Literally, it's just her. It's like a spitting image of her. It's fucking funny. But yeah, this episode, I mean, we basically was just following Subaru and Emilia on their brand new adventure to go and join the royal selection. And then you just bumped into all of these other brand new characters along the way. Subaru did not listen to Emilia, did not keep his promise. He didn't stay in his bedroom like a good boy. He broke out of he jumped out the window and ran for it, and then decided to meet Emilia at the royal selection anyways. I don't think he's supposed to be there, judging from the frame I'm looking at. On one side, you got all of these robed wizard-looking dudes. On the other side, you got all of these pompous, stuck-up, like fancy-looking knights of the Round Table, and then that one random barbarian-looking dude with a Lancelot helmet, and then you have, you know, just the whole council of old farts at the top of the stage, and then you have, you know, your 4 princesses, or 5 now with Felt, and then you have Subaru standing there in his fucking tracksuit. Alright? And also his hot temperament. Can't wait for him to fucking blow up. I'm not gonna be surprised if that happens, okay? He's in a room full of stuck-up snobs. And if he's anything like Kazuma, he doesn't like stuck-up snobs. Just like how Kazuma hates on Kurogi, or whatever his name was. The guy with the Giga Chad looking armor and the demon sword Gram. Okay? Kazuma's not gonna like that, and since Subaru seems to be a little bit almost like Kazuma's long lost brother, I don't think Subaru's gonna be having any of that the moment they start shit talking. I mean, did you see him? He was already getting a bit pissy when they started to show attitude towards Emilia. Subaru is Emilia's #1 simp, and he'll definitely go and commit war crimes for her if that's what's needed to be the case. All right, so that's all of my thoughts, guys, for this episode. Okay, we're gonna see next episode what's gonna happen with this royal selection and see what Emilia has got in store for her bid for the throne, or whether she's gonna be absolutely steamrolled by these other 3 girls. And I don't even know what Felt's gonna do either. It's gonna be fun. All right, I'm sure Subaru's gonna make a clown out of himself. Okay, I can already see that probably coming, and it's gonna be very, very cringe to watch in embarrassment. All right, so that's it, guys. That's all of my thoughts for episode 12 of ReZero Season 1. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. All right, if I've missed out any minor details or whatever, if you guys got any other info you want to explain to me, just leave it in the comments. Okay, wherever you're watching this video. All right, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. So, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Okay, if you haven't done so already, join the Discord and join the Patreon. I very much appreciate it if you guys go do that. Alright, big massive shout out to all of my existing patrons once again. Okay, for supporting me on Patreon. And last but not least, big massive shout outs to the Sloth Troopers, Tomato and Eden's Musketeer. And also to the Supreme Sloth supporter, as always, Zozo. Thank you so much, Zozo, for your next extra levels of top-tier financial backing towards my cause. Alright, you guys are all absolute freaking chads. Alright, I cannot thank you guys enough for your generosity and continued support after a year or so. Alright, so that is it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'll see you guys all next week. Alright, that's the last episode for this week, right? Episode 12. So the next batch of episodes will be next week, right? 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so next week, I'll see you guys again for continuing on with ReZero. But until then, that is it from me. Bye for now.